Welcome back, y'all.
Anyway, welcome back to Coolin with the Coles.
Hey guys, it's good to see you back on our channel. If this is your first time, make sure y'all check out some of those other videos we've done. Yeah, we got a few. We stacking up a little bit, you know, racks on racks, whatever. We doing something. But today we are going to do another
Story time.
story time. You're right.
So what's this one going to be about?
This is going to be about the time that we broke up. Dun dun dun. So as we did the last time, we are going to do my side of the story, which is probably filled with a little more information because, as you all can tell, I'm the talkative one in the marriage.
Look.
And then we're going to do his side of the story that has partial facts.
I'm going to just get straight to it, all facts.
Partial facts in some words. Okay, so let's start with my side of the story.
One filled with a lot of lies.
Why would I lie? What reason do I have to lie? Let's be 1,000% real. Anyway, so back in 2013, me and Chris had been dating almost a year, right? It's January, and I just remember part of the reason we broke up. So me and Chris were each other's first serious relationship, right? So I had other relationships with other people, but it was nothing super serious. It was like puppy love or like little relationships here and there, right?
Same with me.
Same with Chris. And me and Chris, we were approaching the year mark in our relationship. Everything was kind of like smooth sailing up until then. We had gone on a trip together, went to the Bahamas with my family, like was having a good time, being young and in love. And it just around this time, certain things started to come to a head. There was just little things like Chris, his boundaries to me weren't all of that. Like he had his guy friends who like they still wanted it to be about like boys and boys night. They wanted to go kick it with single females and they wanted Chris to tag along. And anybody who knows me, it's gonna be a whole hell no for me. What do you need to go kick it with them with some single females for? You're taking it.
Basically, you just always wanted to be up under me. I get it. I'm a fun guy.
No, I didn't have to be up under you as long as you wasn't up under no single females.
We didn't do that. We like playing PlayStation.
Oh, were you? What about your movie night? Remember that night you came in at 1:30? Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let's not go there. That wasn't PlayStation.
But you knew where I was.
Doesn't matter. You have no business being with single females when we're in a relationship. Ladies, please sound off in the comments if you agree with that statement. As I was saying, let me please continue. All these little things started to come to a head. He had other friends that I felt like he had boundary issues with, and you know, things that he couldn't see that I already knew. And
like what?
You know, Chris had a female friend who I knew from day one wanted him. Knew from day one wanted to be with him, and I was letting him know this. Like, I didn't have an issue with her. Like, I think she thought I had an issue with her, but from the beginning did not have an issue with her. It was when I seen that she wanted him that I then had an issue with her. So, like I said, all these boundaries that weren't being shut up. All these boundaries that weren't being monitored. So one day, me and him and his best friend get into an argument, me and V. We get into an argument. I can't even remember what it was about. I know what it was. We was all getting ready to go somewhere. And I was sitting in there watching TV. Everybody ends up being there because I had already been there. I was already ready. I was laying down. I was sitting in there watching TV. And them going out wanted to play music super loud. Like, because we were all getting ready to go out somewhere.
Pre-game. That's what we did.
I was sitting there watching TV already.
And drink.
And so as his girlfriend, I'm like, dang, like, can you turn that down? He turns the music up louder. Yeah, V, talking to you. So I was pissed, and we started arguing back and forth. It's just what we did. We're brother and sister. So we start arguing or whatever, and like we really kind of get into it. Chris doesn't have my back, doesn't say like, dang, like, wait, watch your mouth, like you raising your voice a little louder, my girl. Like he just kind of sits there. You were in the bathroom, but you heard it because you were in the bathroom. There's like 10 feet from where I'm sitting in the bathroom, if that. And so,
what did you just say? Y'all was arguing like brother and sister?
It doesn't matter. But it was at brother and sister at first, and then he got kind of loud with me. And as my boyfriend, it's your job to step in and be like, babe, you doing a lot, like, but you also doing a lot too. Y'all need to quit arguing, whatever. Chris don't do nothing. He don't do nothing. And then he takes V's side completely. I was agitated. So we kind of get into an argument there. And then...
Wait, we got to rewind. You wasn't in there, well, the TV was on, but you wasn't in there watching it.
Yes, I was.
You started playing music because I turned on the music first.
But anyway, so we got into it that night. We started arguing. I didn't even go with him. I went out with my girl, Mia. Like, we kicked it, you know, listened to a couple niggas ain't songs, and, you know, we was hype. Like, single again. I wasn't single yet by the time. Anyway. But Chris was like acting like a jerk. So somehow or another over the next day or so through text messages, we broke up. We break up and I'm like kicking it with my girls, going out for like the first week, not really thinking much about it, like he'll be back. And he not really hitting up my phone at all. I started getting agitated, and this is like right around Valentine's Day, right? So in my mind I'm thinking, I done been with this nigga a whole almost year. He owe me a Valentine's. A whole damn year. He was gonna have to reimburse me my year if he wasn't about to give me some Valentine's, right?
You kinda owed me for that year.
No, you can
It's
kick
like
rocks.
the best time of your life.
Anyway, so I was like, I need some roses, a dinner, a card, something. So in my mind, I'm thinking this, right? But I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of knowing I even want to spend Valentine's Day with him. Flash forward to like a day before Valentine's Day. And I am
I guess it was.
yeah, I'm at the studio with my brother V. See, we fought like brother and sister. We was back cool again. But
It wasn't the day before.
it was
Not when y'all was at the studio.
Yes, it was, because I came over there and you said we were going out we went out the very next day. This is my side. When you want to tell your side, which you don't really have. Anyway, the day before Valentine's Day, I'm in the studio with my brother V, and I'm recording. And so like in the middle of me doing like these little recording things, I'm like scrolling through Twitter, right? And Chris's friend, who was a female, that wanted him, was being retweeted by somebody I actually followed. And it was obvious she was talking about Chris. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, this girl is about to make a move on Valentine's Day. On my Valentine's Day. Not having it. Not having it. Not going. Not having it. Not having it. Not going. My Valentine's Day. I earned that Valentine's Day. So I'm like, I'm right down the street from Chris's house, and I'm cute or whatever, you know, I had reapplied the lip gloss, you know, shrink the curls up, and I had texted him, and I was like, hey, I need to talk to you. Like, I made it seem like it was urgent. Wasn't urgent, I just wasn't letting nobody about to converge on my Valentine's Day. So I go over to his house, and like, I don't know, maybe I was acting and looked emotional and stuff like that, but I really wasn't. I just kind of had a plan. Sure. I had a plan. And so we decided, we mutually decided we were going to spend Valentine's Day together. He was going to come pick me up, and we were going to go out to eat, whatever. The next day, he comes to pick me up. Should have been a red flag. I should have left your ass. He comes to pick me up, but he's in the car on his phone. And when I see him pull up, I'm ready to go out. My mom is like, so you're just gonna walk out there? You're not gonna wait until he rings the doorbell? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, that's not sending the right message, Ashley. That's sending the message that he got you. Girl, this nigga know he don't got me. Like, it's not like that.
Clearly I had
You didn't have me.
Clear.
So anyway, look, there's a difference between having me and me not wanting another chick to get the Valentine's Day that I put in mad work for. We're not gonna revisit that. We're done. Done. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, get in the car. He takes me to Samurai, or whatever. So I want to tell the rest of this story. He takes me to Samurai, which is a hibachi restaurant for people who don't live in the area. And we were too late for hibachi, so I think we sat in the regular restaurant and ate or whatever and just kicked it. The only time. So, we, after we leave, we go back to his house or whatever, and we walk in. His room is spotless. Mind you, we've been together a year. His room was never that type of spotless. Not that type of spotless. It was spotless. And there was a teddy bear with a card, like a teddy bear or something with a card, like a Valentine's Day one, sitting on the bed. And his best friend who lived with him at the time was nowhere to be found. Mind you, they basically shared a room. His best friend had a smaller room and he had a bigger room. Nowhere to be found. So I'm looking around like, who does he think he is? What does he think is finna happen? I'm gonna cut the story right there. We're not gonna go over what happened.
Valentine's.
Whatever. Anyway, so the next day, for some reason, I fell asleep. You know, I guess the time got away from me.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep. And he drops me off at my house the next morning.
What happened?
So, basically, he drops me off, he kisses me, and he drops me off the next morning. And, like, he leaves, and, like, I'm legit feeling some type of way. Like, over the course of the next 24 hours, I'm like, oh, he not finna, like, text me and see, like, what's up? Like, oh, well, hell no. Excited. No, I text you first. You text me back, but I text you first. So I'm like feeling some type of way. So I'm gonna give this nigga one last shot to get his stuff together. So I'm texting him, I'm sitting at work, mad annoyed, and we're going back and forth discussing the whole, you know, situation with us, and he was just saying stupid stuff like, I don't know, like I just don't know if I'm ready to be in a relationship and anymore and all this stuff. And I'm like, hold up, scratch that. Because your last year with me has been wonderful. You know, there's a minor setback here and there, but as far as relationships go, me and Chris are literally best friends. So you're gonna miss out on the opportunity of being with me, number one. And not only that, but being in a relationship with somebody who's like your best friend. Like, you know, he had said what he said about not being sure that he wanted to be in a relationship, and so I kicked it to him straight. I was like, look, I'm gonna let you know right now. If I decide to move forward, I'm going to move forward. And you don't just get to choose when you meet the right one, when you fall in love. Because later on, when you decide you're ready, the right one might be gone, might have dipped.
First of all,
can I get an amen?
First of all, you can't choose
amen.
When you want to meet the right one.
Amen. No.
I chose.
Anyway, so it wasn't long after he read that message that I guess he thought about it and he came to his senses. And he was like, you know what, like, you're right. And then he had sent me some, like, he tried to be like, send like this little cute text message, and it was like a teddy bear or something that said like, will you be my girlfriend? Something, it was really cute. I'm not gonna lie, it had me smiling at work, and my friends, my co-workers.
I'm pretty sure I did say something.
Yeah, my co-workers were like, oh, y'all must have made up. I was like, yeah. Y'all thought what he thought. And that's my side of the story. Yeah. So now, look, Had we gone our separate ways, he would not be in a relationship with his best friend right now. Well, that's my side of the story.
Anyway, so now the truth, and I promise I won't keep y'all so long.